Have you ever wondered why cyberbullying is such a hot topic in headlines today? Many times, parents don't want to face the fact that their child is being bullied or their child is the bully. Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using electronic devices. These devices include equipment such as cell phones, computers, tablets, as well as communicational tools, including social media sites, text messaging, chat, and websites. If you ever notice that your child is spending more time on his or her computer or phone than usual, after they get offline, they seem to be depressed or they seem like they're in a different mood than they were before they got online. These may be signs that your child is being bullied, cyberbullied. Nevertheless, maybe even something more. There are times that children are bullied, but they're afraid to say something because they feel as though they're old enough to handle the challenges of life. But as for this,